Fruit Brute with my fruit-flavored cereal, Fruit Brute, part of your nutritious breakfast.
Who are you?
But delicious Fruit Brute has fruit-flavored marshmallows for the howling good taste of fruit.
Count Chocula's got chocolate marshmallows.
Frankenberry's got strawberry-flavored marshmallows.
Fruit Brute with the howling good taste of fruit.
Hiya! Welcome! I have returned to PopFigures, their website. Obviously I've not been physically to PopFigures premises. I'm not an important enough YouTube content creator to get that invite. I've returned to the website for the first time in a little while because long vaulted one and one that was a bit of a grail for me finally came back in stock there, and I was just looking the other day on the off chance, as I've been checking quite regular to see if they've had this. Finally it was there. I was like, wow, I've got to order this right away so that I don't miss out, because I had dithered over this in the past and missed out on it there. And it's a bit of a bittersweet purchase for me, this, because it's really the last one in a line that I've been collecting for nearly 4 years now. This is like the culmination of 4 years worth of collecting here. Any in this particular line of pops that I'll need now will be new releases that I'll be waiting for, you know, in real time as and when they come out. I know there's one from the San Diego Comic Con that I don't know when or if that's going to get sold officially in the UK, and I think there's a couple more in this line that are coming out for the New York Comic Con in a month or so as well. Anyway, let's get this open. I suppose I better discuss the price. It's a limited piece pop. It's graded at 8.5 out of 10, which, knowing how conservative and erring on the side of caution PopFigures are for grading, that sounds like it's going to be in fantastic condition. There's some free air, wonderful. A PopFigures sticker, I've had many of those. The obligatory jelly beans, that if you count them, you're an absolute cretin. And here's a rather heavy pop itself. I've got a feeling I know why this is heavy. And yes, I am stalling to talk about the price, because the price of this pop, and it was bound to be expensive, although it's part of like a set of two really, and I think this one is about £50 cheaper than the other one. This one was just over £150, paying it off over 6 instalments via lay-by, by the way. Just close the knife up, because safety first. And we'll get this rather heavy sorter open, because I'm assuming this has come in a hard stack. PopFigures, to their credit, will chuck in a free hard stack if you've spent over a certain amount. Yeah, but it's come in one of is it one of their stacks, or is it a Pop Shield one? Not sure actually, I can't see any embossed logo on it. Doesn't matter. Let's get this masking tape off. Very good of PopFigures to put that on the lid, even though it'll have a magnetic lid, no doubt. But just to make sure it's extra secure in transit. Yeah, that's a magnetic lid. I think I've got 3 or 4 of these hard stacks spare now. I do have valuable pop. I mean, this is a valuable pop. It's £150 worth. But I really ought to put at least a couple of my more valuable ones into these now that I've got, I think, maybe 4 of these. But there we are, just a quick look at the hard protector. But what maybe you haven't seen before, at least not in this much detail, is the missing piece of the Add Icon puzzle for me. It's number 6 of the Monster Cereals, limited to 2,500 pieces, or 2,500 if you prefer. It's Fruit Brute.
What a pickle. I'm not sure I should send Neil to the garage. Those men sound like brutes.
Yes! Finally, I've got Fruit Brute. The final old Add Icon that I needed. Yes, obviously I'm never going to have a full Add Icon set, as in every single one that ever came out, because I only collect one character each. But this means that of the ones that have been released so far, I have now got one of every Add Icon that's come out so far. So this is really quite a historic moment here. You'll be able to tell your grandchildren where you were when you saw this moment. Graded at 8.5 out of 10. Box looks in really, really good condition to me. No complaints whatsoever there. We've got the Funko shop exclusive sticker on there that also tells us exactly how many of these there are in the world. On the back, you will have seen me unbox Yummy Mummy in a previous video. What was that, about 2 or 3 months ago? But this was the one I've just been looking out for, mostly at PopFigures, as I say. Right then, I've got to be very careful here, as this is now another of my more expensive and valuable Funko figures. But I will get Fruit Brute out to give you a better look, just the once. I've got the soda of Fruit Brute, who is flocked, which, as you know, I hate the flocking feel. Fortunately for my fingers and my weird sensors, this Fruit Brute is not flocked. It does have some nice texture though. So you can see his werewolf, basically a cereal munching werewolf. His little pointy ears and his brown fur, and he's got these colourful stripy dungarees on. He's got his werewolf's tail poking out of his bum. Bare feet with his claw-like toes, I suppose. Clutching a spoon in his right hand. Excellent stuff. So happy to get this. I don't think it's the most interesting ad icon I've ever had, but I needed him for the collection. Alright, need is kind of a word I don't think should be overused when it comes to Funko Pops. You don't need any Funko Pops, you want them. There's a difference, but for me as a collector and a massive Ad Icons fan, yes, I did need Fruit Brute for my collection. So absolutely over the moon today to have got Fruit Brute here. I may put him back in the hard stack, and as I say, I've got other hard stacks that really I should put a couple more of my extra valuable pops into. But at least for the moment, he'll probably go in an ATV protector and up onto my shelf, and probably where my finger is actually. There is even a space for him. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this look at a proper grail pickup here today from PopFigures. Fruit Brute of the Monster Cereals range. I want to say special thanks, as always, to my wonderful subscribers and generous patrons. Please see my Patreon link, my Facebook group link to Get Social, and one for contents insurance at Urban Jungle. That's all down in the description text box. I'm going to go now, and I've already told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Fruit Brute on display here, right next to his sidekick. I don't know if he's a sidekick, really, Yummy Mummy. But both those Monster Cereals mascots that I think come out around Halloween time in the US. And I do hope that all of you will join me again. Don't know when it's going to be an Ad Icon one next, hopefully in the not too distant future, depending on convention releases. But I do hope that you join me again for my next Funko Pop unboxing. Cheers everyone. See ya!